What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're gonna be breaking down how to edit a 1-minute real estate highlight video. So thanks for joining and let's get into it. So I've seen questions come up a lot about these in like Facebook groups, comments on other videos, stuff like that. So I figured I could just break down exactly how I typically structure these. I know there's like a million ways you could do this depending on the property or depending on what the agent wants. So I'm just gonna get into a practical step-by-step order of how I structure these, kind of what I'm thinking behind these videos and my goals, the function of these as a piece of marketing material, all that type of stuff. So hopefully this helps you guys. Basically with any type of marketing material, you got to keep in mind why your client wants this and who's going to see it. So for these highlight videos, the main reason people want to get them is usually for their social media, for Facebook, for Instagram, really just to get the buzz going on platforms where people are not on them to sit there and watch like a 3-minute full house tour video. So like people scrolling through Facebook or Instagram are not going to sit there and be like so amazed by some property that they're going to actually watch a 3-minute video. So the more content your agent, interior designer, whatever type of client you're working for, architects, the more content that they have to promote their brand, the more people have them on their mind, and the more maybe they're going to get a referral or someone's going to finally use them someday. The first goal is always to catch people's attention at the start. So for that, you got to start off the video with some really interesting footage, and that's pretty much it. If someone's going to be interested in it, they're going to be interested in it, but showing some of the best stuff first gets people to actually watch it. If you show like 30 drone shots of the same property to start off your video, people are going to get bored and they're going to keep scrolling and they're never going to see any of your other shots. So kind of a waste. My next goal is to make sure that I actually show off the highlights and main features of the house in an understandable way, wrapped up in a minute. I know it sounds simple, but a lot of people will end up trying to overdo it and put too many things in the video to where you kind of don't know what's going on. You're disoriented as a viewer, and yeah, it can ruin it. So keeping it pretty simple, almost like you're just listing the main features of the house, will do the job. Okay, the last goal that I have is I like to show the context of where the house is, whether it's like a drone shot of the area, some detail shots of the area, some sounds of the area, and then also some types of lifestyle detail elements, whether it's like a fireplace, close-ups of like stoves, ovens, views from the windows. If there's people in the video, there's not in this one, but sometimes I'll incorporate people. And yeah, it just helps people quickly imagine themselves living there in the house and in the area. And the major goal is to really combine all of these in about a minute or less to where people can quickly just watch it, get the information they need, and keep moving on with their day, whatever they're doing on social media, or contact your agent, client, and buy it. Who knows? A lot of times the agents that do this actually do it as a way to kind of show off that they do really cool marketing, and a lot of times that's not really what sells the house, but it does sell them as an agent to potential clients. So if you're already doing videos and hadn't thought about this, definitely make sure to offer these to your agents and see if they're interested in trying it out and seeing how people respond to it. It's a really good way to get more from each shoot as a business and help provide more value for your clients per shoot as well. All right, now let's get into the actual video. So the first thing I do whenever I start one of these projects is I'll find my music track. I usually use Epidemic Sound. Great experience with that. I've used Artlist in the past. It was great as well. but I'll find a track that kind of works with the vibe of the house and what the agent wants and go from there. So I went in to Premiere with the song and I cut out the pieces that I wanted. So basically for this one, it worked to where I could just use the very start and then the very end of the song and kind of splice it together where the music worked, and it was about a minute. So I have a music background. I know that's not the easiest thing for a lot of you, so you kind of just got to feel for it and line it up to where it's the same part of the same progression to where the ending ends on a beat. Might have to do another tutorial on that. So I know it varies from agent to agent, but a lot of them have to have their broker info and then their agent info at the very start of everything. So I'll put that with some sound effects and then have the song coming in at the very start. You can see right here. So then we're gonna hit them right off the bat with some highlights. This one was in a really recognizable area, so I started out with some area highlights and then some interior highlights of the house real quick to hopefully get their attention. Just so you kind of get a little quick feel of the house, the area, kind of how nice is the house, and yeah. Then if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna watch it. If you're not gonna watch it, you're not gonna watch it. All right, so always the next thing I do is I show the exterior of the house, the front, and the address, because for real estate, I think it helps a lot to have context of the area and the front of the house before you start showing all the inside details. It depends on the house. Maybe the inside's the only great thing. Maybe it's like a condo and you can only do inside shots. So make your own choice, but whatever is important to know before you know anything else about the house, put that first. So we've just got a quick drone parallax shot and then a front shot kind of looking up to the house. Makes it look really impressive. And then we're not gonna have like 5 different shots of the front. We're just gonna go straight into the house through the entryway into the living area. So next I like to show the main level and living areas. So usually that's like a living room, kitchen, dining room combo. Most floor plans kind of have those close to each other. Usually those are the first things people want to know about a house if they're interested in buying it. So that's why I put those first. Okay, so for these, I like to make sure that the wide shots hold a little bit longer than the detail shots, just so, since it is such a short video, I like to make sure that people can actually kind of soak in some of the details of the wide shots before it switches to the next thing. All right, so kitchens are definitely one of the top selling points for houses, so I like to have lots of details of those if it's a nice kitchen. This one had tons of details of like the stove, the marble, the cabinets, the fridge, everything, the lighting, everything was just super cool. So we just got one shot of the dining room in this. I feel like you kind of get the point already. Could have had more shots, but there's more things to show. So then we've got a shot looking back to show the connection. It's important to always make sure that your viewer is gonna feel like they're oriented in the house. So I try not to jump from place to place to place to place without it like connecting in some way. Sometimes you don't really have an option, but if you can, it's great, because that's the point, is for people to feel like they've been there. And then next, once we've summed up this main living area, we're going straight into the primary bedroom, which is obviously super important to anybody buying a house because that's going to be their bedroom. Okay, and it's always the nicest too. So we're flying in with a wide angle lens, and then we're just going to show a quick detail shot of the sitting area because that's super unique to show just how big the room actually was. All right, so then obviously we've got the primary bathroom and the closet, just show any nice features. This one was a little tricky because it had mirrors everywhere, so this was the best wide shot that I could get. And then we've got details of the shower, and we've got details of the bathtub, and then we've got the closet because that's really important for buyers. All right, so the last thing on the ground floor that they wanted to show was this really nice office off the entry. So threw in a detail shot of the lighting, again with the 50mm. And then a really nice wide shot just to quickly show, look at this nice bookcase and nice window. And now we're moving on upstairs. All right, so after those key important rooms and features that are upgraded and all that fancy stuff, the main thing I want to show on these videos in order to keep it short is just any other extracurricular room that is like a unique selling point to this. So like if there's a movie room, if there's a pool, if there's any special views, you want to show that. So for this one, all we did is we just worked our way upstairs, then we worked our way through this little upstairs loft entertaining area, and then we worked up to the next floor to the movie room, and then we went to this rooftop terrace, which is just super cool, and showed that, and then we worked our way back down to the exterior backyard, and then front yard, agent logo. That's it. If someone wants to buy the house or contact the agent, they'll do it. They saw all the important stuff. You've done your job. Congratulations. All right, another extra little thing I like to do is add in some sound design. So on this one, I just did a couple little things. I did like some city sounds at the start with the cars driving by and everything. And then I added some water sounds and some little fire crackles. So those are super easy to find on Epidemic Sound as well. It's going to speed up your editing workflow to have a library of sounds like this if it's like a type of project you're doing regularly, and it just helps you stand out a little bit. All right, so now I'm just going to play through the whole video so you guys can see as an example, reference. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys on your own projects. Alright guys, thanks so much. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for joining. Bailey wanted to jump in the video. She's been sleeping right next to me watching me film. Yep. Oh, she's off. If you have any questions or anything that I could put into future videos, let me know. My questions might be different than you guys' questions, so I'm always looking for questions that I can answer and trying to be more helpful with these videos. So if you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe so you can keep up with the channel, and yeah, really just appreciate you guys being here, and I hope these are helping you guys out. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.